friendship, love, violence, and sex. All these themes and more are things that you can come to expect in the wonderful and unique journey that is Goodnight Punpun. I could make this video an hour long if I really wanted to.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
But I'm gonna just talk about my favorite volume. Volume 2. Which I got right here with me. Fight Me, it's the best, I was gonna say best album cover. Best volume out of all 7 of these.
That's not true. I'll punch you around your shit.
This volume out of the rest, which there are 13 Japanese versions and 7 English omnibus versions, which I got all right here. And to show you the weight of these.
Damn! Like, oh my God.
Are you seeing this right now?
Yeah.
Look, they gigantic, man. The main story I'll be focusing on for this video is the rivalry between Yaguchi and our favorite little bird, PUNPUN. The rivalry between PUNPUN and Yaguchi stems from their mutual love for Aiko Tanaka, who is Yaguchi's girlfriend and PUNPUN's major crush. Yaguchi is a senior member of the badminton team at their middle school and only second best to Komatsu.
Oh, shit!
PUNPUN is our bird-looking main character with Chris Brown for a dad, with the way he be beating his mum and smacking that like he's Akon. But he's also just a silent guy that's trying to figure his way out through life, like the rest of us. Yaguchi is first actually shown at the end of Volume 1 holding hands with Aiko. This causes PUNPUN to lose all hope, but this isn't the real reason for why their rivalry started. It started once Yaguchi caught on to PUNPUN's feelings and decided to place a bet on it. He then went on to say, if I don't win the tournament next week, I'll forget all about Aiko and you have to tell her how you feel. However, that was only one half of the deal. The other half was, if I win, then Aiko is mine for life, on levels of melodrama so high that K-dramas have a run for their money. By the way, this last scene with Yaguchi saying Aiko would be his for life was done on a beautiful full spread panel in the manga, and I urge you to go look it up because, bro, the full panels in this series is amazing. Inyo Asano's ability not only one to write an amazing story, have different ways to convey emotions through different fonts, how characters appear, but also just the art. Like, dude, when I've seen, there's so many good panels I wish I could show you guys, and I'll probably have whoever's editing this just like show little bits and pieces, but I don't want to show you all of them because one, we'd be here all day, but two, I want you to experience it for yourself because, right, Asano needs justice for them because his art is dope, and I wish more people would say the same. Yaguchi's match is against his junior Komatsu. Despite him being good and having great work ethic, it simply isn't good enough. Komatsu is also one of PUNPUN's friends from elementary school, from the first volume, and he's quite simply a freak of nature. That's the simplest way I could put it, with talent, ruthlessness, and skills to back it up. In a test match early on in Volume 2, it's seen that the match is pretty even and, you know, it could go either way until Yaguchi's ankle gives out. And this is only something that him and PUNPUN know by this point in time in the story. Under this assumption, Komatsu asks him to please take the match seriously.
Is this nigga serious?
Now, this might sound a bit ordinary to whoever's watching this video, but I assure you the speech Komatsu goes on to give PUNPUN a few pages later really cements how much of a beast he is, bro. It's actually insane. If anything, this is Mama mentality right here in fiction format. He goes on to talk about how winning and losing are the only things that matter on the court and in life. He has one of my favorite quotes in the entire series, which I'm gonna actually look entirely at the screen for this because I don't want to misquote this because this is such a dope quote. But if he steps on the court, referring to Yaguchi, if anyone does, I will demolish them with the utmost respect. That's my code. Do you know how gangster that is? Like, dog, like whoever's editing this, you gotta put that like scene over, like it's not done on like some massive double like full spread or whatever it's called. But dog, when I read this, I remember that I was like at work, like before I started my shift. I arrived like 20 minutes, half an hour early. I always just like to read and everything. And when I was reading this, bro, I got chills. I was like, yo, how do they make a middle schooler sound so badass? Like, it's insane. I don't care what anyone says. That scene, that moment in the entire series will forever be amazing to me, and I'll definitely be applying his mentality into my life. Fast forward to the last third of volume 2, and here we are. It's game day. Komatsu versus Yaguchi. With everyone counting on Komatsu to win, Komatsu already prior making a kid cry within the second set, and Aiko and the rest of the schoolmates watching. Who will win? Find out on the next episode of Dragging These Balls Across Your Mouth. On a serious note, it's a great match, with Yaguchi taking the lead in the first set and causing Komatsu to go on a full-on lemon grab style meltdown.
This castle is unacceptable!
I was rereading this just before I read the script last night, and dog, when I tell you, I was cracking up, like the facial expressions and everything, and like compared to how stoic he was up until that point, it was just, dog, you gotta read this series, please. If there's anything I can tell you to whoever's watching / listening to this, just read this. Like, read the first 2 volumes at least. Like, I know it's kind of big compared to regular manga volumes. Like, the first 6 volumes are pretty much this big, around 400 pages, and it's pretty much like 2 manga volumes in one. But dog, I promise you, story is great, the artwork, everything. But I digress. They continue to have a nice back and forth until the Fire Nation attacked. In this case, it was more like Aiko telling PUNPUN how different she and Yaguchi were, and pretty much saying they're incompatible, and PUNPUN making his moves and going in for the kill, aka hand holding.
You need to leave.
Yeah, at this moment, Yaguchi's ankle completely gives out, and his secret is out of the closet and revealed to everyone. I've been salty about this moment ever since it happened, and it's been a couple of weeks. Justice for my boy Yaguchi, man. Justice. He deserved to win that match, man. He deserved to have like I'm just saying. I know PUNPUN's not making it, but Yaguchi actually might be my favorite character. Now that I'm looking back on it, he's probably my favorite character. It's like how Nezuma is my favorite character from Bakuman, but I don't know. His ankle giving out was the result of chronic inflammation of the Achilles tendon, which is real severe for anyone who doesn't know. With his secret out the closet and finally being able to drop the bravado he held on for so long, Yaguchi concedes and agrees to his bet with PUNPUN. The gradual change in his facial expression as he admits that he lost and that PUNPUN won are enough to make a grown man cry, or at least stop in silence and admire the moment. The characters in Goodnight Punpun are human at their core, sometimes disgusting, too pure for their own good, or having unique ideals. However, at the core of all of them is honesty. Whether you read characters such as Sachi, Yuichi, or PUNPUN himself, it shows you that human beings are simple. Whether we're straightforward or add complicated lingo to it, we'll always follow to serve our best interest at heart first. And that's what I love about this manga. It's like no one tries to be someone that they're not.
Are you sure about that?
And even when they lie, it's still true to character, which is the best part about it. Thank you to Inio Asano for writing and drawing this amazing manga series. I'll continue to look out for more by him on Amazon soon. And to you, to making it all the way here. Or if you skipped, either way, I'll take it. And justice for my boy, Yaguchi.